She barely had time to speak before Kanye West walked onto the stage, took the microphone from her hands. Then, in his celebration, a producer quietly stepped forward and corrected the record. The real winner was Moonlight. The wrong envelope had been handed to the presenters. He stood up, walked onto the stage, and slapped Chris Rock across the face, live, in front of the entire world. Award shows are supposed to celebrate the best in entertainment. But sometimes, what happens on that stage doesn't just make headlines, it rewrites history. Tonight, we're counting down 5 moments that shocked audiences, ended careers, and changed award shows forever. And number 1? It's still being talked about decades later. Number 5. Marlon Brando refuses his Oscar, 1973. In 1973, Marlon Brando won the Academy Award for Best Actor for The Godfather. It should have been one of the proudest moments of his career. Instead, he sent a Native American activist named Sachin Littlefeather to decline the award on his behalf, in protest of Hollywood's treatment of indigenous people. The audience booed. Some applauded. Nobody knew what to say. Brando had written a 15-page speech, but Littlefeather was told she had only 60 seconds or she'd be physically removed from the stage. What she delivered in that brief moment sparked a conversation the industry wasn't ready to have. It took the Academy nearly 50 years to formally apologize to Littlefeather. In 2022, one man's refusal became a turning point in Hollywood's cultural history. Number 4. Sinead O'Connor tears the photo, 1992. During her live performance on Saturday Night Live in 1992, Sinead O'Connor finished her song, held up a photograph of Pope John Paul II, and tore it apart on live television. She said not a word. She didn't need to. NBC was flooded with complaints. Radio stations banned her music. Her career took an immediate and devastating hit. But O'Connor said she was protesting child abuse within the Catholic Church, years before those scandals became global news. History, in many ways, proved her right. But in 1992, the world wasn't ready to hear it. Number 3. Kanye West interrupts Taylor Swift, 2009. The 2009 MTV Video Music Awards gave the world one of the most defining pop culture moments of the last 20 years. Taylor Swift had just won Best Female Video for You Belong With Me, her first major VMA win. She barely had time to speak before Kanye West walked onto the stage, took the microphone from her hands, and told the audience that Beyoncé deserved the award instead. Swift stood frozen. The crowd erupted. Beyoncé looked mortified. It wasn't just an interruption, it was a cultural earthquake. It launched years of feuds, diss tracks, public statements, and media cycles that still echo today. And for a young Taylor Swift, standing on that stage in stunned silence, it became the moment that defined her next decade of music. Number 2. La La Land, Moonlight Mix-Up, 2017. In 2017, the Academy Awards made a mistake so astonishing it almost didn't seem real. Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway walked to the stage to announce Best Picture, one of the most prestigious awards in cinema. They announced La La Land. The cast walked up. Speeches began. Tears fell. Then, in his celebration, a producer quietly stepped forward and corrected the record. The real winner was Moonlight. The wrong envelope had been handed to the presenters. The entire world watched in real time as one cast celebrated, and another stood waiting, while Hollywood's biggest night fell apart in front of hundreds of millions of viewers. It remains the most stunning logistical failure in Oscar history. Number 1. Will Smith slaps Chris Rock, 2022. Nothing in award show history, nothing, compares to what happened at the 94th Academy Awards. Chris Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's shaved head, referencing the film G.I. Jane. Jada has alopecia, a condition that causes hair loss. Will Smith laughed at first. Then he looked at his wife. He stood up, walked onto the stage, and slapped Chris Rock across the face, live, in front of the entire world. The room went silent. Rock steadied himself. Smith returned to his seat and shouted for Rock to keep his wife's name out of his mouth, twice. Minutes later, Smith won Best Actor for King Richard and received a standing ovation. The fallout was historic. Smith was banned from attending the Oscars for 10 years. He resigned from the Academy. Sponsors cut ties. His film projects stalled. And the conversation about what happened, who was right, who was wrong, what should have been done, is still happening today. It wasn't just a moment. It was a permanent shift in how the world sees celebrity, accountability, and the fragile line between entertainment and real life. These 5 moments prove that the biggest stages in entertainment can produce something no script could ever plan for: raw, unfiltered human drama. Some of these people were making a statement. Some made a mistake. And one changed everything we thought we knew about fame and consequence. If you want more real stories that shock the world, subscribe to Power of 5. There's always another story worth knowing.